So today I am back with another light reviewing video, but today instead of reviewing just one light, I am going to be reviewing 3 and comparing them to see which is the best value for money and just the best one, so that you guys know which one you should go out and buy. There are a lot on the market and it's really hard to know which one is the best and which one you should buy. So I'm going to hopefully be helping you with that today. So first of all, I have got the Starlight Blisslight projector. This one is one of the more pricier ones that I have got here, but I have actually reviewed one quite similar to this before, but it wasn't as good as this. It was the same brand, but it was only projecting blue. So that was a bit useless. I do want all of the colours. So this will be really interesting. This apparently is the one that Madison Beer actually owns. So it's a bit posh. And then here I have also just got your typical Starlight projector. So I have actually reviewed this one before. However, it wasn't this exact one. This one does have more features than the one I previously reviewed. If you do want to check my previous video out, you can. I will leave it below. However, this one is a bit cooler, so I'm really excited. And the last one that I am going to be reviewing is a star projector. So this is very, very similar to your Starlight Blisslight projector. However, this one is just the brand. This one is just the brand. This one is the brand Blisslight. This one could still be better value for money. It does seem to have a lot more features. But yeah, this one, I have high hopes for this one. So we're going to be starting off with the Starlight projector, the Blisslight Starlight projector. This was from Amazon. These are all Amazon Prime, by the way. If you are in America, I'm going to try my very, very best to link them down below from the American Amazon site. These are all from Amazon Prime, so you can get them next day delivery. I have made sure they are all the cheapest ones that I could find, but also the best ones. So this was $29.99. I've opened it up. Inside you do get loads and loads of instructions and leaflets. If you have watched my previous videos, you will know that I need instructions because I'm not the cleverest when it comes to technology. You get the leads with it, so you get the 2-prong adapter, and then here we have the one that I will be using. So this is the Blisslight Starlight. Now, I originally thought that you would have to get up to press the buttons to control it. It didn't say on the box that it was smart. As I was reading the instructions more, I realised you can actually connect it to your phone with the Blisslight app. It looks something like this. It was very, very easy to connect. So it has a few controls. It has all of these options here. You can have a timer and it looks really cool. I will show you that now. Okay, so here we have the Blisslight Starlight projector. If I just turn all of my lights off, you will be able to see this is what it looks like on the ceiling. I do have a lampshade in the middle of my ceiling. Please just try to ignore that as much as possible. I really like the colours of this one actually. So because this light actually kind of faces at an angle, it doesn't really matter too much where it is in the room. For example, I can tilt this and it will go onto my wall area. So if you did want to put this in the corner of your room, it literally covers, I mean, I've got a pretty kind of large bedroom and it covers the whole of the ceiling. It is on a table, so it is a bit closer to the ceiling than it would be if it was on the floor. I do think if it was on the floor, it would literally be covering the whole ceiling. One thing I have noticed about this one as well is if we listen, it is actually silent. So it's really relaxing. Some of these projectors do kind of make a bit of a buzzing noise. So if I go into the Blisslight app, I can change some of the settings. So this is just the laser setting, for example. That is the colours without the laser, which I think looks really cool. This is ocean, so that is just green and blue. We've also got space. If I'm laying on my bed, it does look impressive. The one thing that is really selling this one to me is actually just the silence, really. The next one I'm going to open is the star projector. Now this is a smart star projector. Also comes with loads of booklets. Well, one booklet, one's enough. This one doesn't come with an adapter like the Starlight Blisslight does. There is no plug with this, so you will have to use your own plug, but I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. It's very similar to the Starlight in the sense that they both point up at an angle, which from reviewing lights in the past, I tend to prefer the ones that point up to an angle, whereas this UFO kind of shaped Okay, so here I have the star projector. It is very similar to the Blisslight. I think I've said this before, but in the sense that it's got kind of all of these little notches on it so that you can really lean it whatever way that you want and just cover different parts of the ceiling as you move it. So that's really, really cool. I absolutely love the colours of this one. I feel like it is much brighter than the other one as well. It's really kind of brightening up my whole bedroom. But obviously you can turn that down in the app. So one thing I have noticed about this is it's not taking up quite as much of my ceiling space. Obviously it is at the moment on a table. So if you were to put it lower down on the floor, it would project a bit more, but it's not covering the whole thing. But the colours are, I absolutely love the colours. I think it is a lot prettier than the previous one perhaps. I don't know, that's just me. You could think differently obviously. But here's the app. So if you want to, like I said before, just make it one colour, you slide that up. You can have it so a few colours are kind of peeking through if you change where it is on the scale, and then you can just pick whatever colour you want. So maybe a bit of pink and purple, or kind of purple and blue. It changes as to where it is on the scale, so you could have green and blue. It's really, really cool, and obviously you can have the stars on as well. Yep, here it is, it's the laser setting here. If we turn that on, that kind of does take up a lot more of the ceiling with the stars, because the stars seem to project a lot further than the actual colour, which does make it look a lot better. However, if you do listen to the projector, I don't know if you can hear that, it's making a very quiet white noise. Without the laser light on, it doesn't actually do that. So you could still have a really relaxing time with the lasers off. But yeah, this is cool. I really like it. So this is the Starlight projector. This is the one that is in the UFO shape, which you have probably seen the most of. This is probably the most popular one, I would think. Actually points just directly up. So I did find that it kind of had to be in the middle of the room if you wanted it to project across the whole ceiling, unless you tilt it at an angle and kind of lean it on something. I do think that this one will probably be the coolest. That is its only downfall, but it's not the end of the world. It is still a great light. Well, let's hope it is. So it comes with this booklet. This one already seems the best. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I have got a remote, just saying. The other two did not come with a remote. This one does also come with a lead, of course, but doesn't have a plug either. Now you can see this one is actually very, very different from the others, looks wise. And then last but not least, I have the Starlight projector, which I think is the most impressive of them all. I can't even get my words out, I'm that excited. Wow. It really, you can't get much better than this. Let's be honest. That is just, I think we have a clear winner here. No matter anything else, this is just, for me personally, you guys might prefer some of the other ones, but for me personally, this is just amazing. It is the cheapest. The controls, as I said before, it's the same app as the previous one, so it's really easy to use. We can have so many different colours and combinations. It is quite noisy, I don't know if you can hear it. But I mean, when it looks like this, to be honest, I don't really care about the noise. I don't know about you guys. The only difference with this one is that it actually has a speaker on it, so it can play music. I don't think that it actually moves to the music, because I do have a set of LED lights, if you want to see those. I will link the video down below, that do actually flash and move in time to the music, which is really cool. I can't figure out how to do it with this. I don't know if that's just me being silly, but either way, it's really cool that it's a speaker as well. So what you have to do is just go into your phone settings. It comes up as, don't know if you can see that there, it comes up as BTK10. You just click on it, and then anything that you play from your phone will come through the light projector. So I can play a bit of Harry Styles. The sound quality isn't amazing, kind of as you would expect. It does also come with the remote control, which you just need 2 AAA batteries for. I mean, my final verdict, let's play some music. So I've tested out all of the lights, as you would have seen, and I'm just going to give you a little overview, a bit about each of them, what I think and my opinions. So starting with the Blisslights Skylight projector. This is, I think, probably the best quality, to be honest with you. Doesn't make any buzzing sound. Some of them do, not gonna lie to you. I have had previous lights before and they have all buzzed. This is the only one I've tested that actually doesn't. So obviously that can be a bit off-putting if you're trying to relax. I feel like that's kind of what it's made for, really. However, I don't think this one is necessarily the prettiest. The colours are nice, it's not the brightest, it's not. And it is really good. I don't think, personally, this would be the one that I would buy. Right, so the Star Projector. This, I think, the colours were a lot prettier. It did make a buzzing noise, and I don't think it quite filled up as much of the ceiling as this one did. With the laser turned on, the laser did cover more of the ceiling than the colour did, but the laser was the thing that buzzed, so that's just up to you, really. Personally, I think this one, for me, I would maybe choose it over the Blisslight Skylight. It did kind of have a few more features in the app as well, whereas this one, which is the Starlight projector, it only faces up. However, I don't think that is really an issue. I know I have said previously about this one that it is quite annoying because it does seem like you really have to have it in the centre of the room to kind of take up the whole of the ceiling. However, this does cover the most of the ceiling out of both of them. I think even if it was kind of to the corner of the room, it's still going to take up a lot of the ceiling. These two, in comparison, really don't even come close to this. The colours on this one, and it's just so much nicer. It does seem like I have a favourite. Feel like I have a favourite child. I do feel a bit rude. There's a few kind of downfalls, which are that it is noisy. Probably the noisiest. I mean, it's just like you would have heard, I think I played it to you, it's just like a slight buzzing. It's not really loud. To me, I don't think I would really mind because it's so cool that that wouldn't stop me from buying it personally. I guess, it's kind of like white noise. If you want it on as you sleep, you would notice it. Also, just want to let you know that with this one, the speaker feature doesn't allow you to have the music up at a really high level. You can't turn the sound up really, really loud, otherwise it kind of just crashes and turns off. The speaker isn't good enough to handle really loud noise. However, it does go to a decent level of noise and definitely good enough for me. Just be aware that if you want to turn this up really loud, it won't work. I wouldn't let that stop me from buying it, to be honest, because I do love this one, but just to let you know. Also for this one, I couldn't actually find the way to make it move to the music, which I think I did mention. I'm not sure if this means it can't, or if perhaps I was just being too silly and couldn't find the option on the remote control, because that is what happened when I reviewed this last time. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know that one. Really, this for me is it. I think obviously you would have seen what these two do. If these two are better for you personally, then you go for them, but I think that this one is the best, and I will link it down below along with these two and along with some other light review videos I've done. I've also done LED lights. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has really helped you. I hope you now know what one you want to buy. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.